This is Eat, Sleep, Invest, the marketing podcast for real estate investors to get more deals. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Eat, Sleep, and Invest. I'm your host, Bryan. I'm here with Chad. And today we want to talk about how to get free motivated seller leads. So you can pay for leads a la carte. You can do pay-per-click, Facebook ads, which you have ad spend. But then you have the free leads out there, the ones that you don't pay anything for. And the best way that we found to get those is through SEO, which is search engine optimization. What that is ranking in the free section of Google. So basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to attract people that have intent or that are searching in Google saying, like, who are local investors in my area? And we're looking for those people that will search that, scroll down past the ads. So they're a little bit more educated on how the internet works. They know don't click an ad just because they're paying to be there. And they know to scroll down to the free section where the more relevant results are because they're ranking there organically for free. That's Google deems that they're more relevant. What do you think about that, Chad?
Yeah, we get a lot of clients that talk to us about the conversion rate on SEO leads. We just feel that they're a more educated seller at that point where they're looking for somebody locally that they can trust. And they know what an ad is. So when they go to Google and they search and they see the three ads, they're like, okay, well, these people are just bidding. They could be large companies within that are just not in our local area or in a local market that are just trying to get a quick cash offer for my home. So typically when they come down, they look at those the people that are ranked organically high. They know that, okay, it's somebody local that cares about this market, has put a lot of time into this market. So naturally the conversion rate's just higher. They have more trust in you and everything overall. Now, when we say SEO, you get free leads from SEO. That's not going to be 20 leads a month. We've been running SEO on our website for now, 5, 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
And what's the most we ever got a month SEO wise?
Probably 20, 30.
Well,
we get a lot though, because we've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, I guess that's but I always say normal, for a client that gets it going, you might see.
The way it's going to work is
8 leads a month, right?
Yeah, you'll probably for the first 3 months, you won't get any. You might not get any leads in the first couple. And then it's going to start trickling, and it's kind of like a snowball. It compounds, because you're putting out all that good content and everything.
Yeah, but your market has to allow for it too. If you're in a very, very small, hyper-targeted market, you might only get so many searches a month for those organic keywords that you're ranking for. So you got to make sure your expectations are set clear. This shouldn't be your only strategy, just because it can be very sporadic as well. We'll have high months of SEO leads, we'll have low months. But if you have paid traffic on top, it's a good way to supplement that, because even with paid traffic, when you're running Facebook ads and Google ads, you're going to have sporadic moments where you have great months and down months. It's just how the market shifts. So the more avenues that you're using to drive these leads in, the more consistent overall your lead volume is going to stay. So that's just something to keep in mind as well.
Yeah. So we said we're going to tell you how to actually get them. So I'm going to give you guys some tips here. So when you're dealing with SEO, that's everything on your website. A lot of people have Carrot websites or another platform's website out there. Most of them, first thing is going to be, most of those websites all come with duplicate content. What that means is they have the same words in the same order on everyone's website. So one way to get above your competition is rewrite all of your content in your own words and make it personal. If you think about it, if you have two websites side by side with the same words in the same order, Google's just a computer. How do they determine which site is more relevant when they're exactly the same? So you figure in your market, there might be 100 investors with a Carrot website and they all have the same content. If you make yours unique, you just got a leg up on them. And now there's 99 investors with the same content, and now yours has unique content. There's going to be a way higher likelihood you're going to rank way quicker. So what you want to do is you can do keyword research too. What you can do is use a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush and type in we buy houses, sell my house fast, and look how many people are searching those phrases. And then you want to optimize the content you're writing to include those in a title tag, meta description, and body content. Other things you can do are write unique blogs targeting phrases that like how to sell an inherited house, or how to sell to a cash home buyer, different things that don't fit into the core website. You can do those. Another tip's going to be just type into Google My Business and set up a local business listing. It's free. Fill out every single portion of it, including the pictures, services, things like that. That'll allow you to rank in the free section of Google, in the maps. So you have a chance of ranking actually 2 sections, in the maps and then your website section. And then if you can build links to your website to help build your website's authority, that's some stuff that can help you too. You can go onto websites like haro.com, like Help a Reporter at. You can contribute content there. You can reach out to, a lot of times you can donate to local charities, and then they're going to put a link on their website saying you're a sponsor. That's really relevant too, because if you're only targeting a small area and you have all these small organizations linking to you in that area, Google sees that as relevant. So those are just a couple things just off the top of our head that you can actually take and implement to get started on SEO. You got anything else you can add on that, Chad?
Yeah, no, I think Brian's the best person to talk here, especially because he's been doing SEO pretty much since it was created. But something you could hit on is a lot of the mistakes that we see when clients come to us with bad backlinks or trying to spam things to trick Google. I think speaking towards that could be very helpful to some people as well.
Yeah, so on the link building side, so Google's terms of services, you're technically not supposed to build links or try to manipulate the search engine at all. So link building is technically against terms of services. Like, we're trying to manipulate the search engine rank. So what we look at is we do build links. And the way we do it is there's different ways you can do link building. You can do it real spammy, which you're taking, say, one article and putting it on 1,000 websites and your links in there. You're just spamming places. It gives no value to anybody. What we like to do is we like to create videos, infographics, write articles, and we want to make quality content. So when someone comes across that content on a different website, number one, we're giving them value and giving them the answer of what they were actually looking for. So if they come across a video, the video is actually talking about what they were searching. Same thing, like you can even go into websites like Quora, Quora, and answer questions that are asking relevant, like you find a relevant question and answer it, and then you use your link as a source. So you get a backlink there. So there's good ways. I always like to think on link building, what's best for the user. If they come across this content, is this actually beneficial for them or not? If it's beneficial, it's usually a go in my eyes. If it's not beneficial, then it's not. Like going spamming a whole bunch of blog comments, things like that are not going to be. Creating a bunch of forum profile links, not going to do that. But guest blogging, going on other people's websites, going on other people's like for example, our guests that come on the podcast, we put a link in the show notes. So they get a link organically from this, and then we put a podcast out and it distributes to 50 or 100 channels. They just got 50 or 100 links that are natural links. So link building, you have to be careful, especially if you hire like overseas, things like that too, because a lot of those guys will spam. And you're going to get what you pay for. If you go into Fiverr, something like that, and pay $5 for 1,000 links, expect to get spam. That's what I got on the link side there.
Last question. I actually never asked your take on this. So we talk about it individually as we're on client calls and everything. We both might have the same take or we have our own take. How do you feel of like Facebook ads, Google ads? Do you think they enhance your SEO at all? Do you think they do anything to just make it more effective or help the rankings go up higher quicker? We get a lot of clients that ask us that. So what's your take on that?
Yeah. So Google technically says, well, they say a lot of stuff that's not true. So they say in my opinion, time on site, if you send people to your website from Facebook, from pay-per-click, and they stay on your website and they don't have like a 2-second bounce rate, I believe that helps your user experience. You also have social signals, which say on social media, if people share your post, things like that, it has a link. It's kind of like link building, but Google can kind of see it as a social signal. You can't fake 1,000 people sharing a post. That means it's popular and relevant, things like that. So that does help. And then also your organic traffic will actually increase too when you're running other things, because people see you on Facebook or Google. Well, it's more on Facebook. Like, I want to Google this guy before I reach out. They Google, type in your name, then come to your website. It looks like organic traffic, but really they came from Facebook. Like, that's where they saw you. But yeah, I do think those other channels working in conjunction do speed up the process of SEO, just because it shows quality people come to your website, them not bouncing, filling out forms, things like that. And the whole user experience is decent on that side, which I do believe Google takes into consideration.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I say to clients all the time too about I always use the analogy of I love Amazon Prime. I buy everything off Amazon Prime. It's available. If I see something on Facebook that sparks my interest, I go to Google or Amazon and I search for that product to see if Amazon's selling it. And then I prime it and get it the next day. It's the same thing, Facebook ads. I mean, they're always Googling you, always checking out your reviews, seeing what's going on. So it can definitely help. But no, pretty in depth there in SEO. Hope it was valuable to everyone.
Yeah. And you know what? One other thing on that too, since you're talking about Facebook, if you're running Facebook ads, make sure you rank for your name. Same on Google pay-per-click. If you're running Facebook ads, stick a pay-per-click campaign up, or even sending mailers. Bid on your brand name. Brand names are cheap because no one's competing for them most of the time. Because it's going to suck whenever you spend $5,000 to send a mailer out, or you're spending all this Facebook, and then that person goes and Googles you, and somebody else is ranking for your name, and they click that person thinking it's you, and then they call them, and then they don't find out it's not you till it's too late. So yeah, try to rank for your name. I think that's all we got, right, Chad?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, very, as you can see, guys, we're quick to the point. Try to give you guys as much value as possible. If you got any questions or anything, leave them in the comments or feel free to reach out to us.
All right, cool, guys. Hey, well, thanks for listening, and go out, crush it, and close some deals.